tier list time again, and after I've played almost all of these games in the series, I think I have a good position to be ranking them. So let's start with the original Five Nights at Freddy's. This goes in the A tier. It's a good game. It's well designed. It has a lot of um, stuff. It's simple, but it's easy. It's kind of addictive. It's not that scary once you get used to it, but it's definitely a lot of fun. And it definitely has some cool Easter eggs for you to discover. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 gets an automatic D. In this tier list, D will be the bottom. Last time E was the bottom, this time D will be the bottom. I just don't like this game. Toy Bonnie is so luck dependent, and the game is so crap at telling you that you can actually keep him from getting to you for the entire night just by flashing him on the camera. But even then, it's still using one or two cameras, just a select few cameras, and then not getting to explore the rest of them because you're busy winding the music box and flashing Toy Bonnie. And anyway, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, a good game overall. The jump scares are a little lackluster, but um, the anxiety-inducing elements are definitely there. Definitely a top-notch pseudo horror experience. As for Five Nights at Freddy's 4, this nails the anxiety vibes super well. I would say this is a little beyond the pseudo horror, close to true horror, in my opinion. It's not that scary, but it's really like anxiety. Like, did I hear something in the background of my house, or did I hear the animatronic in the door breathing? And like, it's hard for me to tell, and like it's so anxiety inducing, and it's kind of frustrating when I get jump scared not expecting anything, or when I close the door and then get jump scared because nothing was at the door, but then it got to the door and then jump scared me once I flashed the light. Anyway, a lot of uh it's a lot of it's a good the story is kind of confusing, but I don't really play the games for the story. I let other people handle that, and sometimes I watch their theories if they're cool. And anyway, Fnaf 4 is a lot of fun, and I would say it's my favorite game in the series as of right now. Ultimate Custom Night gets a solid B. It's not bad, far from it. It's actually a solid gameplay experience, but if you have a lot of animatronics enabled, say like 40 or 30 of them, it gets a little overwhelming and it kind of becomes sensory overload really fast. Pizzeria Simulator, I would put it B, below Ultimate Custom Night, just for the fact that the night segments or the evening segments, I guess, with the actual office gameplay are kind of tedious and kind of confusing and like really luck based, and like I know one strategy is to just use the silent ventilation. That doesn't seem to work consistently. One strategy is to put the audio lure on one side and shine the flashlight on the other side and turn around if you hear anything on the side the audio lure is on. That doesn't work all the time either. And it's a good game, but it's really frustrating. Sister Location, this is going to be a bit of a hot take. I like Sister Location. It has a decent variety of gameplay. It's a little overly cinematic in my opinion, but the story it does tell, it does a good job of telling it. So I would put it just below Ultimate Custom Night, just above Pizzeria Simulator. FNAF World, been having a lot of fun with this game. I would put it in A, just below the original Five Nights at Freddy's. I will say I do like it more than Ultimate Custom Night, just because it's a little more approachable and less sensory overload. But, anyways, Security Breach, I am going to be honest, I love Security Breach. Granted, it can be really frustrating at times with the jump scares, especially with the lag on Nintendo Switch, and I more so blame the Switch's underpowered hardware for that than the actual game itself. And I honestly find this game a lot of fun, even on the Switch. So I will give it a solid S, just above FNAF 3. And those are all the games I've played. Ruin isn't on this list, but it would go in C, just above FNAF 2. Uh, it's I would say it's like the worst game compared to it and Security Breach. Just FNAF 2 is like objectively worse game in my opinion. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Just imagine that Ruin is right here. And anyways, that's my tier list. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay awesome.